the Republican Party promised to shrink government and change the way Washington operates. That pledge helped them take control of the House in 2010 and the Senate in 2014.
Our new majority will be prepared to do things differently, to take a new approach that hasn't been tried in Washington before by either party. It starts with cutting spending instead of increasing it.
Washington is a status quo town. Nothing ever changes. It always gets bigger, more encompassing, and borrowing more money, taking over more of our lives.
Tim Huelskamp was swept into office during the 2010 Tea Party movement. He represents Kansas's 1st District.
Eric Cantor and John Boehner, Mitch McConnell, they all promised that if they won this election, if Republicans took over in 2010, 2012, 2014, take your pick, they changed Washington. That was the establishment promise. The problem is they weren't really intending to make changes. They were talking about marginal changes, that you do our spending, not the Democrats' spending.
When you get here, you believe that you're going to be able to make a difference, and yet the system is so entrenched with bureaucracy, not just in the agencies, but here on Capitol Hill.
Mark Meadows represents North Carolina's 11th District. He was elected to Congress in 2012.
I was told a dozen times, well, that's just not the way we do things around here. And for me, that was like nails on a chalkboard. You know, we've got to find a different way to make sure that the will of the people is represented here in Washington, D.C.
The Boehner, Cantor, McCarthy Pledge to America they put together in October 2010, that was the Pledge to America. Every time a battle would come up, John Boehner said, well, the pledge is the plan. That's how we're going to fight this.
That pledge was a promise to roll back government spending, repeal the Affordable Care Act, and permanently ban federal funding for abortion, among other goals.
Go back and look what we said we'd do. And for 5 years, we've done nothing that was in the Pledge to America.
Well, I think that too many career politicians worry about one thing, and that's getting reelected, which means that they're not willing to invest the political capital to make a real difference.